Brakati Yahweh, Brakati Yahweh Shai, Brakati Yahweh, Brakati Yahweh Shai, Brakati Yahweh, Brakati Yahweh Shai, Kahaloyam La, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak Kodash. Alright, first and foremost, I'd like to continue to give all honor and glory and praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak Kodash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, to all the Akim out there teaching and preaching this truth with 144% sincerity, to the men, women, and children listening and learning, and to the Bayash Shadabadah, the house of David. All right, I am Ayash Shatab, with Men of Valor, Las Vegas camp, coming to you through the will and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. All right, have a response lesson for you today, a Shabbat Shalom to all you Akim and Akwath out there listening and learning. With truth and sincerity, and shalom to the 144,000 elect men and the multitude of the 1/3 of the nation of Israel. Shalom unto you yet again. All right, coming to you with a lesson in response to the elder out of Las Vegas, Elder Karatazak. With the response video for the Purple People Eaters, as well as Amawan Abad and GMS SC Elder Manatazak Bach. All right, and just beautiful lessons on the Purple People Eaters and the multiple wives that these elders and this brother has done continuously. All right, always edifying. If you haven't subscribed to their channels, which most of you brothers are, if not, if you're a newcomer to this faith and this truth of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, if you have not subscribed to those channels, definitely do. All right, the Elder Karatazaks is GMS Las Vegas, sit down 144. Elder Manatazakbak is South Carolina. All right, GMS South Carolina, and Amawan Abad is GMS Amawan Abad 144, right? And receive edification from those brothers if you have not tuned into those channels already. But nevertheless, let's go ahead and get into these scriptures, all right? You so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians, as well as you speckled birds whose father's line goes back, right? You are the true children of Israel that the Bible speaks of. 1/3 of the nation of Israel will receive a salvation for believing upon the true testimony and the doctrine of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Will receive deliverance and salvation through what the world ignorantly calls UFO, UAPs, which Yahweh, meaning He is, He to be, He exists, by Hashem, in the name of Yahweh Shai, Yahweh sending His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jebus, all right, His name is Yahweh Shai, all right, which means He saves, He delivers, He is salvation. All right, so He sent His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, for His children of the nation of Israel. All right, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians, as well as you speckled birds whose father's line goes back. Even though you may look like the heathen nations, a so-called white man, Chinese man, Hindu man, so on and so forth. If your father's line goes back to those bywords of a so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, and Seminole Indian, you are the true children, the sons and daughters of the nation of Israel. All right? 1/3 will be saved for believing upon the testimony. 2/3 will perish and die for not believing upon the testimony, nor rehearsing or practicing the righteous acts of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. All right, and to believe on this testimony, you must believe on the full testimony of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. You must believe that Israel is the nation of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and salvation is only for the nation of Israel. That the complete entirety of the doctrine, all right, as well as the Israelite man can have multiple women, all right, multiple wives, from our own nation as well as concubines from the other nations, which is nothing more than a lesser wife, okay? This is scriptural that Yahweh Shem Yahushai has ordained for the men, all right, for the men of the nation of Israel. And matter of fact, before we get into this lesson, let me go ahead and get this definition for concubine. All right, Salakia. All right, so we're going to get a couple of definitions, all right, of this word concubine. All right, this is going to be in the Compact Bible Dictionary, the Zondervan's Compact Bible Dictionary. All right, and you can look this up for yourself if you have one. All right, and if you don't have one, definitely suggest to get one. This is going to be concubine on page 116. All right, and it reads, concubine, a woman lawfully united in marriage to a man in a relation, in a relation inferior to that of regular wife. All right, so a concubine is nothing but a lesser wife. All right, because the heathen woman of another nation will not have the same, will not receive the same respect and the same gifts as a woman of Israel. All right, and this is one of the blessings for the daughters, the princesses of Israel. All right, that you are you're sovereign. Okay, you are a wife. All right, to an Israelite man, not a lesser wife, but you have all the full rights of a woman of the nation of Israel. All right, whether you be a 2/3 woman, all right, on this side of the nation of Israel, or you be the 1/3. All right, and of the 1/3, once again, that hierarchy, all right, as Yahweh Shem Yahushai has a hierarchy in his men, the 144,000 elect men, all right, and then the rest of the multitude of men in the 1/3, as well as throughout the nation of Israel, such as the women have their a hierarchy and lawful order that Yahweh Shem Yahushai will ordain and has ordained already through the Spirit. Okay, this is going to be in the homeland Slakia, the Holman Illustrated Bible Dictionary. All right, and this is going to be the word concubine. All right, concubine, and it is a wife of lower stature than a primary wife, usually a slave. Taking of concubines dates back at least to the particular period both Abram, Ham, and Noah and Slakia and Noah had concubines. All right, concubines. All right, and that is yet another definition: a lower wife. All right, lower in stature, lower in the substance that she is allowed to have and that she is allowed to obtain, other than the wife. All right, the woman of Israel, you so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, Seminole Indian. All right, and as well as you speckled birds whose father's line goes back, woman of Israel. All right, you have the ability and the authority of Yahweh Shem Yahushai to be a wife. All right, of the nation of Israel. Okay, and Salakia, let me go ahead and get this definition. Other definition, one more. All right, so you see it here, and I'm actually going to get two more. All right, and it's concubine, and it reads polygamous society, a woman who lives with a man but has lower stature than his wife or wives. Right. So he would have, a man would have multiple women, okay? And the women of the nation of Israel, an Israelite man, all right? And the women, the nation of Israel, Israelite women, all right? It says his wife or wives, all right? Israelite women would be the wives, all right? A concubine would be the women from the other nations, all right? Similar words, that don't have the same respect or the same authority that the wives have, all right, of the nation of Israel. The similar words would be mistress, paramour, all right, kept woman, lover, bit of the bit on the side, fancy woman, docs. Okay, these are other ones, but you get the point. Okay, as well as, let me go here to the blue letter. All right, give me 1 second. All right, and the blue letter, here it is.
Strong's H6370. Pelagish. Second entry. Pelagish. Third entry. Pelagish. All
right, and this is for concubine. there goes that word again, paramour, all right, and concubine, Salakia. All right, and let's go here, concubine, just to get a reference. Concubine, and it reads, Genesis 22 and 24, and his concubine, whose name was Rahab, she bare also Teban and Gamma and Gamhan and Tasha and Salakia, I mispronounced his name, Tahash and Machal. All right. Hey, these are just a few examples. Hey, understanding and knowing that the 12 tribes also came out of, some of the 12 tribes also came out of concubines. All right. But the difference is, hey, the Israelite woman, all right, the Israelite woman that is the wife, all right, those concubines who bear children are bearing children for her. Those are that wife's children, okay? Yes, they're not her, she did not carry them biologically, but the concubine has no rights to those children because they belong unto her Lord, all right, which her Lord, her master, her Israelite husband, all right, her Israelite Lord, her Israelite master, all right, those are his children, okay? And the wife has the ability and the rights to the children which belong unto her and her Lord, all right? So, hey, Lord willing, that right there was a little edification, but let's go ahead and get further into the lesson. This is going to be the book of Psalms. It's going to be chapter 18 and verse 30, and it reads, as for the power, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai is with Salaki. His way is perfect. The word of Yahweh is tried. Right. Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai's way is perfect. All right. Yahweh didn't make the law. All right. And say, you know what? I got this wrong. I got that wrong. All right. All this is ordained by Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. I'm going to read it from the top again. It's the book of Psalms, chapter 18 and verse 30, and it reads, as for Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, his way is perfect, and the word of Yahweh is true. Right, it is true. He is a buckler to all those that trust in him. All right, so for those that believe on the true doctrine of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai is going to be a shield and a buckler unto you. All right. When people come up against this truth, teaching false doctrines, false narratives, or going after their own vain lust, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai will vindicate you for it. As long as you stick to the doctrine of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, as long as you continue to bring out what is lawful, all right, even though it might not be lawful in the eyes of this world, all right, but the world to come, all right, and through the words in the testament of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, this has been ordained already, all right, that ye men of Israel, will receive concubines and wives, all right, multiple women, all right, as it is in the law, be fruitful and multiply, all right, to be fruitful, and if 1,000, roughly paraphrasing scripture, if 1,000, if one shall bring forth 1,000, all right, and bear children, and a small one become a nation, all right, how much more children would you have to have? One woman cannot bear all these children, all right? A woman's duty is to bear children for her Lord, all right? That is the duty and the purpose of a woman, okay? Not to say that they can't enjoy other things, but as it was in times past, when a woman didn't have a child, all right, if she was not able to bear children, it was a curse unto her, okay? She felt inadequate, all right? There was no a sense of what is that? Whatever that song is, Salaki, I forgot the name of that abominable song. All right, aborting babies and so on and so forth. All right, women weren't in that spirit. Okay, let's go ahead and, matter of fact, let's go ahead and get another pre. This is going to be the book of Romans. It's going to be Romans chapter 3 and verse 4, and it reads, all right, I'm going to start at, let's start at verse 3. This is going to be Romans chapter 3 and verse 3, and it reads, for what if some did not believe? Shall the unbelief make the faith of the power without effect? God forbid, right? If some don't believe this account and believe on this doctrine and this testimony that Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is given, all right, in its entirety, all right, should it make us unbelievers? God forbid, all right? This is what it's saying here. It shall not make us unbelievers, all right? Continuing on, verse 4, and it reads, yet let the power, all right, let Yahweh Hashem Yahushua be true, but every man a liar, as it is written that thou mightest be justified in thy sayings, and mightest overcome when thou art judged. Right, so Yahweh Hashem Yahushua will be our judge, okay, for teaching the true doctrine of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, for continuing in the things that we have been taught, all right, because it is sound doctrine that has been given. All right, starting from Apostle Tahar on down. All right, Apostle Tahar, Apostle Gabar, Apostle Ramla, Apostle Rakah, the elder bishops, and the men who teach the 100% truth under them. Okay, all the way to the newest brother teaching the 100% doctrine of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. As these three brothers I had said earlier, giving these examples. Okay, putting out videos, edifying videos. All right, rightly dividing the word of truth, to make it plain upon tables. All right, that we all adhere to the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. All right, all you Israelites. All right, because once again, the nation of Israel is the only one who will receive salvation, and only 1/3 of the nation of Israel in this go around, the elect. Okay, it's going to be the book of Revelation. It's going to be Revelation chapter 1 and verse 6, and it reads, and hath made us kings and priests unto the power, all right, Yahushua, and his father Yahweh. To him be the glory and dominion forever and ever. Amen. Right, and I wanted to point this out because Yahweh Hashem Yahushua made us a what? A kingdom of priests and kings. All right, pursuant to the book of Exodus chapter 19, verse 5 and 6. He said, you shall be a peculiar special treasure unto myself. I will make you a kingdom, all right, a kingdom of priests, all right, priests and kings. All right, so this is Yahweh Hashem Yahushua fulfilling, continue to fulfill his promises day in and day out, each and every time, even though prophecy hasn't been, even though the prophecies haven't fully came to pass in the flesh. Okay, for this is the law of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. All right, be fruitful and multiply. Okay, the ability to have multiple wives. All right, it is a blessing that Yahweh Hashem Yahushua has done this for the nation of Israel, to further the nation of Israel, so Yahweh Hashem Yahushua may have more servants, okay, to bring forth more men of the nation of Israel, all right, as well as daughters. All right, this is how the lineage continues, okay. And now it's time to point out some more examples through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. All right, it's not that hard to understand if you have ears to hear and you have eyes to see. If you would just humble yourself down and understand that Yahweh Hashem Yahushua has an order and a way. All right. All right, Salakia. Brother Karatazak just walked in and he's going to jump in on the lesson. All right. All right. But nevertheless, let's go to 1 Samuel's 18 and Salakia, 18.
You said 1 Samuel 18 and 18?
God.
This is 1 Samuel chapter 18 and verse 18. It says, and David said unto Saul, who am I, and what is my life, or my father's family in Israel, that I should be son-in-law to the king? But it came to pass at the time when Merab, Saul's daughter should have been given to David, that she was given unto Adriel the Maholathite to wife. And Michal, Saul's daughter, loved David, and they told Saul, and the thing pleased him.
Right. So here it is. Saul had a daughter that was a promise. His oldest daughter was promised to David. All right. But then he said no. He gave that daughter over, to another man. And as you go back, I believe he was a Philistine. In that, but nevertheless, it's for another lesson. All right. But the point is that
it says it up. I'll just get it in 17. First, backtracking, 1 Samuel 18 and 17. And Saul said to David, "Behold, my elder daughter Merab, her will I give thee to wife. Only be thou valiant for me, and fight Yahweh's battles." For Saul said, "Let not mine hand be upon him, but let the hand of the Philistines be upon him."
Gone.
Maybe that's who they were in battle for. It's like,
right. No, but it does go on to say, that daughter was not given to him. It was Michal that was given unto him. All right, and you drop down to verse 22, or Salakia, verse 20. Salakia.
Let's talk about 20.
Yeah, jump down to verse 27.
All right. 1 Samuel 18 and 27. Wherefore David arose and went, he and his men, and slew of the Philistines 200 men. And David brought their foreskins, and they gave them in full tale to the king, that he might be the king's son-in-law. And Saul gave him Michal, his daughter, to wife.
Right. So here it is. The difference between the concubine and a wife, all right. The only one that could be a wife, all right, have the status of let's say a whole wife, as we went into the word concubine, and a whole wife, all right, is an Israelite woman. All right, it is only the Israelite woman that is able to be a wife. A concubine would be a lesser wife. All right, she does not have the same rights as a wife of the nation of Israel. Okay, and it goes to show part of our custom that is the father's choice to give that daughter unto a man. All right, and unless that young maid, all right, is not married and she was taken, going into the grape doctrine, coming out of GMS lawfully. All right, how it lawfully goes. Hey, if she wasn't betrothed to another man, not promised to another man, all right, hey, she would become that man's wife if she was the nation of Israel, all right, and he would not be able to put her away all the days of her life, all right. So it didn't matter unless she committed adultery. Hey, there would be no other way that she could be put away, all right, and then she wouldn't be put away; she'd be put to death. All right, for that abominable act. All right, and matter of fact, we just have another example here. I got a couple examples through the Spirit. All right, here it is. You got later on King David. All right, we're going to jump over to Psalms 25, or Slakia, 1 Samuel 25. And 38.
1 Samuel 25 and 38. And it reads, "And it came to pass about 10 days after that Yahweh smote Nabal, that he died. And when David heard that Nabal was dead, he said, Blessed be Yahweh, that hath pleaded the cause of my reproach from the hand of Nabal, and hath kept his servant from evil. For Yahweh hath returned the wickedness of Nabal upon his own head. And David sent and communed with Abigail to take her to him to wife."
Right, and this was an example that here it is. King David already had one wife. Right. All right, even though he was married to Salaki, even though he was married to Samuel's daughter, all right, here it is that he has another wife, all right, has another wife, and then we're gonna jump up to verse 42. Salaki, jump down to verse 42, and what did he receive when he received that wife? Now this man's husband was dead, all right, for the offense that he had done and committed unto Yahweh Bashem Yahushai and King David, all right. So this is yet an example where Yahweh Bashem Yahushai shows the lawfulness of his law.
Right. Verse 42, it says, and Abigail hasted and arose and rode upon an ass with 5 damsels of hers that went after her. And she went after the messengers of David and became his wife. David also took Ahinoam of Jezreel, and they were also both of them his wives.
Right. So now, the damsels, all right, the damsels that were with Abigail, all right, were his wives also. How many more examples do the scripture have to point out? Where it is lawful for a man to have multiple women. Okay? It is in the very law. And when he said, Slakia, the hiccups, Slakia, all right, we're also with him. All right? It goes back into a man going in unto a woman. Now they're being joined in marriage. All right? To consummate a marriage is sex. All right? That is law. That is in the law. All right? What you so-called Christians uphold. What IUIC says that they uphold and they know the law and that they give the law and they live by the law. All right? Here it is. They are the blind leading the blind, continuously helping Israel to go astray. False prophets. They're not even sticking to what the law says concerning marriage and concubines, as the elder Karatazak had pointed out, and they continue to destroy families. All right, if your wife doesn't believe in the truth, you have to divorce her and get a woman that believes in the truth. Then you have to take a woman of the church of IUIC.
Right, when the scriptures clearly say that a woman, a man can be saved by the faith of a woman.
God.
All right, and vice versa.
Yeah. It is Yahweh Bashem Yahushai who has given this law for good reason.
Right.
All right.
That's really only if he's not wicked.
God.
If he's not that wicked, just as you have Timothy, was that Timothy? His mother was in the faith, but his dad wasn't.
Right. It's like I got a bloody nose. All right. Salakia. We can run to Revelations right quick, 1 and 6. And this is once again to show what? Because here it is, a king, this king, all right, our king, under Yahushai, King David, all right, has multiple women. All right?
I actually got something.
Come.
Read this in I'm gonna just start at this is Exodus 21 and verse 7. It says, and if a man sell his daughter to be a maidservant, she shall not go out as the men servants do. If she please not her master, who hath betrothed her to himself, then shall he let her be redeemed. To sell her unto a strange nation, he shall have no power, seeing he hath dealt deceitfully with her. And if he hath betrothed her unto his son, he shall deal with her after the manner of daughters. It says, and this is the point I wanted to get. It says, if he take him another wife, her food, her raiment, and her duty of marriage shall he not diminish.
Right.
So if he get another wife, end all be all is you still got a duty of a wife to fulfill.
God.
They don't give you escape, a fire escape.
Right.
Right.
Hey,
escape route.
As he has duties to husband, as a husband to fulfill, right? He still has to make sure, in this society, we don't have the substance that we have of old, right? We don't have real wealth, land, cattle, and the substance as in that. But if a man chooses to have multiple women, as long as he maintains his duty, all right, is the head over his household, guides that woman in the right direction of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and continues to deal with her, and when she needs that loving,
right, and really it goes. That's the law of keeping the wife. That's the responsibility of a man. All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna read it in the NLT because it says it a lot clearer.
God.
Exodus 21:10 says, if a man who has married a slave wife takes another wife for himself, he must not neglect the rights of the first wife to food, clothing, and sexual intimacy.
Right. Hey, so
it's our duty, please. Right. But at the same time, it goes both ways.
Right. Hey.
It goes both ways, and it's as it says, you shall not withhold, from the wife that she wanted.
Right.
Saying as if the man one you can't hold out.
Right. It's not. Hey, you using the box as a bargaining tool.
Right.
Hey, it's going off. All right. If you do this for me, then I'll give you some, or whatnot. Hey, that's an abomination. All right. Your body doesn't belong to you; it belongs to your Lord, and vice versa. All right. If you're a woman in her in her state of purification, right? If you are on your menstrual, hey, then no. But otherwise, hey, it is all lawful. All right. And if brothers have multiple women, hey, that's just what it is. And hey, to call yourself an Israelite woman, or to believe on the faith of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, you have to accept this 100% truth and doctrine. All right? There's no way around it. Okay? Just as when you find out you're an Israelite woman, hey, Elder Manata Zakbak did a beautiful video on that for a sister that asked the question. All right? Yes, you belong to that Israelite man. Once you wake up to the fact that you're an Israelite woman, and whatever man you lay with next, you are bound to that man.
Yeah.
All right, you're bound to him. All right, so hey, the law, the law is perfect. Okay.
Right, and we're not held, to the law, or else we'd be dead.
God.
It's just we rehearsing the righteous acts right now.
Right.
That's why Yahweh Shemashah said, all things, or Paul said, all things are lawful but not expedient.
Right. We have that grace and mercy, but nevertheless, hey, because you know the truth, all right, you claim to know the truth, and you follow, and you sisters out there wrapping your head and rehearsing and practicing the righteous acts to the best of your ability. Once you claim that you're an Israelite woman, hey, these standards are held to you, all right, because you were once again anew, all right. You are a spiritual virgin again, like the elder has said. All right. Hey, and I suggest you, hey, watch that video. It's an edifying video. All right, for brothers and sisters. Okay. You want to pull Revelation 1:6 for me?
Yeah.
And then we're going to give another example, and then we got a couple more scripts after that and close out.
Okay. This is Revelation 1:6. And hath made us kings and priests unto Yahweh and his Father, or unto power and his Father. To him be glory and dominion forever and ever. Amen.
All right. A kingdom of kings and priests. All right. Kingdom of kings and priests.
He made us kings and priests unto power and his Father. Go on.
So Yahushai and Yahweh. All right. So that gives right there, as King David was a king and he had multiple women.
Right. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Well, you think about it in And what's that? That's 2 Samuel 7, where you got it.
Yeah.
No, I was saying where what was that? The prophet Nathan, when he was or was it Nathaniel?
I think it was. Hold on.
I think it was Nathan, but he prophesied that Solomon's rulership would be for forever.
Okay.
Right.
Yep.
Well, this is a continuation of Solomon's everlasting kingdom. What if Solomon had multiple wives? Right.
Multiple wives. As a matter of fact, we got King Solomon next. Hey, 1 Kings 11 and 1. And I'll get that. Put on my glasses.
I think it's. Yeah, it was Nathan.
All right.
And yeah, this is when he was talking to King David. This is 2 Samuel. I'll just read 7 and verse 13. Yeah. And it says, "He shall build an house for my name, and I will establish the throne of his kingdom forever."
Hey, right there. All right.
Right. So this, so we know Solomon's reign had ended, all right, because he was wicked.
Right.
Right. He let the pleasure, or he started going after the women's, idols and stuff like that he was dealing with.
Right.
He was led astray.
He was gone. Hey, he was led astray by that strange woman.
Right.
All right. Hey, a spiritual strange woman, doctor.
But it wasn't him actually dealing with these women. That's why he was wicked.
God.
No, it was him following after their
gods,
philosophies and gods, right? And him becoming a warlock, pretty much on the left-hand side.
Right.
But we're still in that eternal kingdom is going to be revamped, remade a new one. Yahweh Shai cracks those clouds and establishes, order.
God.
So we're going to go back to the ways of old, you know.
And the ways of old, have been established already. Now this prophecy is just playing out, so all prophecy in the flesh, so it can be fulfilled. Spiritually, it's already done.
Yeah.
All right, the battle's already won. Everybody's already in order spiritually. All right, and Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is a time of eyes of time.
That Jake I was talking to, remember I was telling you about, when I told him about, multiple wives, and we touched on that, he was saying, well, man, he was pretty much against it. The world, had put this thing in his, had put that strange, the philosophies of Babylon, put it in his head to where a man can have more than one wife.
God.
All right. And then his question was, why can't a woman have, more than one man? They're not built the same.
All right. Hey, and you can see that through their actions. All right. Not only their biological makeup, all right, that she can only bear she can receive seed and have, so many children. All right, naturally, all right, a woman can't have 50 children in one pregnancy, okay? But here it is, a man can impregnate 50 women in one day if he has the stamina, all right? Or however many, all right?
You want 1 Kings 11.
11 and 1.
1 Kings 11 and 1. But King Solomon loved many strange women, together with the daughter of Pharaoh, women of the Moabites, Ammonites, Edomites, Zidonians, and Hittites, of the nations concerning which Yahweh said unto the children of Israel, Ye shall not go in to them, neither shall they come in unto you, for surely they will turn away your heart after their powers. Solomon clave unto these women.
Right, and this is where Solomon went off, right? King Solomon went off, for following after these women's gods, so on and so forth. But nevertheless, here it is, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai has allowed him, to have how many women? 300 wives and...
It says right here.
Yeah, go ahead and read.
And he had 700 wives, princesses, and 300 concubines, and his wives turned away his heart.
Come. All right. Hey, so he had 300 wives, or Salaki had 700 wives and 300 concubines. All right. This is why the difference has to be made between a concubine and wife. All right. A concubine, is a lesser wife that does not have the rights of an Israelite woman. Okay. There is nothing. There is no. She is not counted as an equal.
Right.
All right. She is a lesser wife. Okay.
And she's a maidservant.
Right. She's a maidservant. Not only does she have to cater to your Lord, ye women of Israel. All right. But she has to cater unto you as well. All right. She is to do the things that are pleasing unto you. Those children that maidservant will carry, she are carrying your children. All right, because if that is your particular maidservant, she's having children for you, for your Lord. All right.
Right.
As Rebecca had children. All right, her concubine had children. Hey, whose children were they? They were Rebecca's children, under her husband. All right. You gonna pull that?
I was gonna pull.
God, I just thought you were, just in case you were. You go ahead and pull whatever you were gonna pull. All right, but hey, this is all ordained by Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. This is not of our will. This is the will of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai and the way that He has ordained everything to be set up. Okay. So, yes, can men have multiple wives? Yes. Is it lawful? Yes. All right. But it is nevertheless, you cannot diminish the duties of being a wife or being a husband. All right. You have to adhere to your duties to the best of your ability. All right. And the things that are within your power, within your grasp, you do those things and pray Yahweh Bashem Yahushai for the increase of more. All right. That your household, may continue to grow and be fulfilled and be able to sustain. All right. Because what is the worldly saying? 2 incomes is better than 1. Well, how much more is 7 incomes and being on one accord better than 2 incomes? Right? If everybody is pitching in and taking care of children and picking up and doing whatever they're supposed to do for the household, how much more better is it? Okay? But if you want to sit there and be a demon and just think that you only have one duty and one job, then it's to your own detriment, to your own fault. Okay? You got it.
Okay. There was a couple. I'm trying to find the right script because I was just gonna go into like why, the examples that the brother was giving with Rebecca and the concubines, they weren't getting that at Jacob,
Yep.
some type of way. They had him sleep and go into. They were having a competition with the concubines, pretty much seeing who could pop out more.
Right. Hey, Leia.
Because that was even though Jacob loved Rebecca the most, he that was the apple of his eye, but
Leia had more
right.
children.
Right.
All right. She had more children, and her concubine had more children.
But they were both, doing it both to please that same man. This is but there wasn't that jealousy going on. This is Sirach 26 and 5. I'm gonna read down to 6. It says, there be three things that my heart feareth, and for the fourth I was sore afraid, the slander of a city, the gathering together of an unruly multitude, and a false accusation. All these are worse than death. But a grief of heart and sorrow is a woman that is jealous over another woman, and a scourge of the tongue which communicated with all. So there wasn't that jealousy, back in these times, because why they were raised up, in righteousness pretty much. So yeah, nobody was perfect back then either.
Right.
But there was little things that was unheard of.
God. Hey,
right? You bucking up to your man was something unheard of.
Right. Hey, as Sarah, Sarah had
wouldn't be even thought of.
Right.
You got Jezebel.
God, that's that Jezebel spirit.
Right.
Right. Hey.
And they made examples of women that did that, so there was no. Why would I want to do that?
Right.
Because I know what's gonna happen.
I know what's gonna happen. I know, and ultimately, it's the betterment of the nation. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, just like the women, ye daughters of Sarah, right? When Sarah had Isaac, all right. Yeah, who came before Isaac? Did not she have her concubine, her maidservant, all right? Go with Abraham, all right, and then brought forth Ishmael.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, even though she sent her away, but what did Yahweh? If it was a sin, why did Yahweh tell? Salaki, her name slipped by.
I thought it was Hagar.
I believe it is Hagar. All right, but why did Yahweh Bashim Yahushai turn her to return unto her mistress? Okay. Hey, do as she pleaseth. All right. And goes to show you that a wife doesn't that the wife has control over the maidservant, right? And when she told Abraham, he said, "Do with her as you please." All right. It goes to show another differentiation between the princess, a daughter of Israel, and a concubine of a heathen nation. She is a lesser wife and does not have the rights of an Israelite woman.
Right.
All
she
right.
had to go back and fulfill her duties.
Right.
Pretty much what that angel, had told her was like, you got to go back and
Right.
and tough it out.
Right. Hey, and she said, and the angel said, "Hey, I will still make your son a mighty nation."
Right.
All right. Hey, because it was a blessing ultimately.
Right, but she, the angel put that fear in her to go back.
Yeah.
She thought she was going to run away.
Right. Hey, but Yahweh Shem Yahushai, hey, he is perfect, and the law is perfect in every single way, shape, and form. Okay?
But yeah, I think there's another scripture that say it better, but yeah, the jealousy was never around.
Right. Is it in 26? Is it in 27?
I'm going to real quick, but I don't think so.
Hey, to be on one accord, all right, with your husband is a mind well instructed. All right. It gives reverence to Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and it gives reverence to building the nation. All right, because a woman's job, is to bring forth children. All right, that's not to say she can't enjoy other pleasures of life, but her main job is to bring forth children and be a helpmate unto her Lord. All right. If you are doing right by the king, how much is the king gonna do right by you? All right. How many more blessings do you get to have? How much more leisure and luxury do you get to live in? All right. Here it is. Hey, here in Babylon, you got to deal with. I got a headache. I'm tired. I worked all day. All right. Hey, if you had a handmaid, or if you had a sister, all right, an Israelite sister who was with your man too, guess what? You might be eased off some of that pressure. All right. You might have somebody to go help you pick up the children, or so on and so forth. Okay. The things that you find that are also tiring to you. All right? You have somebody to work that schedule out with. Another person. All right?
Let's see what this time GNT real quick.
Con. And yeah, we know through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, every brother can't do that. All right? Hey, and not every brother wants to do that right now. All right? Because on this side, hey, Eve is something else. Right? Eve is something else. All right? Hey, though it be lawful, it may not be expedient for a brother. All right? But if a man chooses to go and see another woman, and or chooses to lay with a prostitute or whatever, that's that man's business. All right? He is not going off for doing so.
Right. We need to get back in it.
Con. I only got a couple more scripts, but we can, hey, this is all edification. So if you want to pull it, hey, we got time?
No, we good.
Con.
It wasn't.
All right.
I thought it was.
Then we just go to book of Matthew 5 and 17.
This is Matthew 5 and 17. It says, "Think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill."
Right. Yahweh Shem Yahushai said he did not come to destroy the law or the prophets. All right. Hey, the law, what does the law state and say? Be fruitful and multiply. How can you be fruitful and multiply your nation with one woman?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Every Israelite man can't just have one woman. All right. Why do women outnumber men? All right. Because it is ordained by Yahweh Shem Yahushai to bring forth servants. All right. The nation of Israel. Hey, what does it say? Roughly paraphrasing scripture, every time a son is born, hey, another servant of Yahweh Shem Yahushai is magnified, or Yahweh Shem Yahushai is magnified through his servants. All right? Roughly paraphrasing scripture. All right? But, hey, this is why when a man of Israel is born, there is a party. It is happiness. Why? Because Yahweh Shem Yahushai has another servant. All right, has another man to forward and to push forward his name, to have his lineage move forward. All right, because we all come from the lineage of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. All right, it is just another what is the word I'm looking for? A reassurance that the seed of Yahweh Shem Yahushai is eternal and everlasting. Okay. Mm-hmm. That there's always a presence of Yahweh Shem Yahushai here on the earth, as long as an Israelite man continues through the will and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, there will always be his name.
Sorry, you want me to continue on that?
Yeah, you can continue.
Verse 18 says, "For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law till all be fulfilled."
Till all be fulfilled. All right, and what is the all to be fulfilled? As it is in heaven, as on earth as it is in heaven. All right, and the heavens have order. All right, and the way that Yahweh Shem Yahushai has set up his ministry, has set up his laws, statutes, and commandments are in complete order. All right, are in complete order, that the earth may reflect how it is in the heavens. Okay? It is ordained by Yahweh Shem Yahushai and no other. We don't go by our own will, our own feelings. All right? If you don't want to adhere and be okay with having multiple women, that's on you. If you don't want to adhere to your husband having multiple women, that's on you. You're taking the chance of Yahweh Shem Yahushai not looking and having mercy and grace upon you.
Right.
All right?
Right. And it's not, all that the wives gonna come, especially in these upcoming times of calamity.
God.
When shit really starts to pop off, as it says in the scriptures, 7-1, that Isaiah 4-1, but also, when that fear really strike them, it's gonna force them to cleave onto a security.
God.
All right, which would be a man.
Right, and not any man, the man of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai.
Right, because that's that true gold that you know, it's gonna be more precious than rubies.
Gone.
Okay, that's what we getting back to, but it's not to try to get your glory or try to get the kingdom, you know, on this side.
Right.
You know, your focus needs to be in this woman. You know.
God. Sophia.
Right. That's a brother been going into.
I've been dealing with my woman.
Why do you call her that? Your Bible woman.
Yeah. It is what it is. Yeah, and I love her more each and every day. All right. Hey, through the will and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Okay. Hey, as every brother and every man of the nation of Israel should. All right. Day in and day out, you have to renew your vows and your oath. With this woman, with Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, by reading, studying, fasting, praying. All right, giving all diligence unto Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right, because as we, as our women are subject unto us, as we are the women of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right, unto them.
Right.
We are supposed to be submissive and subject unto their order and their rule. All right,
that's
at all times.
Can relate to you.
God. All right.
Yeah.
Matthew or 13 and 6.
Matthew 13:6.
Yeah.
Matthew 13 verse 6 says, "And when the sun was up."
Salakia. That's not it. No, Malachi. Salakia. I said Matthew. I said sleep.
3 and 6.
Yeah.
Is it? Or, I don't think that's it.
I don't think so.
The Lord.
I changed that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what you want.
Yeah. There we go.
It's Malachi 3 and 6. "For I am Yahweh, I change not. Therefore, ye sons of Jacob are not consumed."
Right.
Right, like the laws say, you know, the laws from the beginning. Yahushua, you know, just to quote Hebrews 13, 13 and 8. Yahushua is the same today as yesterday.
God.
You know, I mean, his law ain't gonna change up, to fit, what you think is right in today's day and age.
Right.
Now, he established that law from the beginning, for perfection.
God.
All right, and that includes everything. That includes the having multiple wives, women only being allowed one man.
Right.
All right, because that's order. All right, just put it in perspective that the man is Yahweh Bashem Yahushai's woman. Yahushai is the bridegroom to the men of this truth.
Yep.
Right. We can't be committing spiritual fornication, with all these different idols and gods. Yep. Right. The same way that you women need to, look at, your man.
God.
Who's Lord over you.
Right. And putting you as the apple of my eye, the only woman, the end all be all, like the Queen of Heaven spirit. Hey, you want me to make you a false idol? All right. That's right. What the women of today.
You see them all on the internet saying that I want you to. Just had a white Edomite chick say that.
Yep.
I want you to love me more than God. I want you to put me before God.
Right. And Eve just said that I want to come before your children. I want to come before your God. Right. She said the same thing.
Oh, maybe that was but she was Latin tribe.
I don't. It was. There was a couple of them I seen. Honestly,
said it, she said she wanted to be before. She should have came second. Or first, she said second to yourself. Right. But then she said, "I want to be before God." But that shows you this world's priorities. Who puts themselves before,
Right.
They power.
Hey, And
as women think, that's why the Apostle Recall said that they were the damn power couple, Esau and Eve.
Yep.
Or in the woman. All right, but soon enough, all right, once you ship all them diehards, them diehard bitches out to fucking
war.
War. Hey, the real woman gonna be left here.
Right.
And then when they Pookie and Ray Rays get hemmed up.
Yeah. Hey, and a couple.
Where they gonna go? We're not seeking after them women, honestly.
Right.
Because them women gonna be destroyed. But hey, if a brother, if it please a brother, in those times, it's gonna be what it is.
Right. Hey, because Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Hey, what does it say? Hey, women will be saved for what? For childbearing.
Right.
All right. You will be saved for childbearing to bring forth back the nation of Israel.
Yeah, that's why it says, in Isaiah 7. Let's just get that. I'll say Isaiah 7. Isaiah 4. It says, Isaiah 4:1. Oh, the title of it is a remnant prepared.
God.
All right. This is how the remnant
has to come back. Hey, there's no
right.
There's no other king that entered in any other way.
Right, and a lot of
wisdom of
the elect gonna be born, in the midst of Jacob trouble.
Yeah.
It says in that day, I won't say a lot of the elect. I'll say some.
Right. You have the remnant of the children. All right. The men, women, and children who believe the 1/3. Right, the 144,000 elect men, all right, of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, all right, and then you have the men and women in the remnant, those children, who believe upon the testimony, who were predestinated,
right,
all right, because there's gonna be birth. Hey, Jake ain't never stopped popping women. Sex ain't never stopped.
Right.
No matter. In times of war, guess what? There's more children born.
Ain't gonna have nothing to eat.
Right. Ain't nothing to do but to get it on. All right. That's why a woman is a pillar of rest. All right. She needs as she needs love and security and strength. A woman feels secure when she is closest with her man.
Right. Yeah. So let me get this real quick. This is Isaiah 4:1. And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, "We will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach."
Right. And how do you get called by that man's name? Hey, that man goes in unto her. All right. That marriage contract is sealed. All right. Even in the worldly sense, a marriage, you can get a divorce without any hesitation or anything if you haven't consummated the marriage. All right, but now if that marriage is consummated, now it becomes more ramifications and stipulations. All right, because now there is a blood contract, that is made.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And the reproach, pretty much go into
shame, Slakia.
Shame, but goes into pregnancy, because a reproach of a woman is not being able to.
Right.
Do
perform her duty.
Childbirth.
Right.
Or you seen that video with the little Asian chick? She said, and I forgot whatever country she in. She said, a woman with no man is called like an orange at the bottom of the basket.
Right. Yeah. Yep. Hey, because it was a curse unto a woman. Why do you think in the book of Genesis? Hey, who entreated? For one of our forefathers.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
This is a H2778. This is a root word of reproach, and it's harath, or it says you pronounce it harath, but looks like harat, and it's one of the last ones, or third definition down. It says to winter, spend harvest time, remain in harvest time.
Mm-hmm.
All right, which would mean to harvest, to bring forth fruit.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
And how do you bring forth the fruit? The seed is planted.
Right.
right? And that tree grows, the seed being the semen of the man, and that tree being the stock of the Israel. All right, whether it's an Israelite man, first and foremost, which is the stock, but hey, sons and daughters come from the seed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, hey, and yet again, hey, Abraham entreated for Sarah, Isaac, Salakia, Isaac for Rebecca, and Isaac for Rebecca, hence Esau and Jacob.
Mm-hmm.
All right, hey, because it was a reproach and it was a shame. All right, it was a shame for a woman not to be able to carry a child. It was a curse unto her womb. All right,
yeah,
and that's why they cry out and say, "Why have thou?" You know,
what did That's why Sarah was laughing.
Right. Shall I bring forth a child at 100 years old, 90 years old? All right. Hey, Yahweh Shemi Shai knows exactly what is done. All right, and then she magnified and glorified Yahweh Shemi Shai. Hey, no different from Samson. All right, and his mother.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Hey, it is all through the will and power of Yahweh Shemi Shai that has led multiple examples that one, a man can have multiple wives. All right, and it is lawful scripturally. Two, that the women from the other nation are the lesser wife. All right, but it is still there lawful. Three, that it is a shame for a woman not to be able to bear a child nor want not to bear a child. All right, hey, that's a shame. All right, you were given a purpose, and your purpose is to be unto your Lord, to bring forth and to help further the nation of Israel. All right, hey, we all have jobs to do. If your lot was for you to be a woman of the nation of Israel, hey, through the will and power of Yahweh Shemi Shai, you take heed to the lessons that brothers are pushing out. All right, the 100% doctrine coming out of GMS, first and foremost, starting with the Apostle Tahar, Apostle Gabar, Apostle Ramla, Apostle Rakah. All right, the elder bishops and the men who are laboring in the truth, teaching the 100% doctrine coming out of GMS, all the way to the newest brother, teaching that sound doctrine. All right, you got anything else?
Yeah.
Yep.
Let me read down one more. This
God,
is
we
Isaiah
keep going.
4:2. In that day shall the branch of Yahweh be beautiful and glorious, and the fruit of the earth shall be excellent and comely for them that are escaped of Israel. That's
Right.
all.
Right. For them that are escaped are the children of Israel. All right, because once again, it's only the nation of Israel who is going to be saved out of this coming destruction. All right. So, hey, you women of Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians, as well as you speckled birds whose father's line comes back, hey, it's about high time to wait. It's time to get on board. All right, the sooner you get on board, the better chance you have. All right, the sooner that you submit yourself unto and repent unto Yahweh Shemi Shai first and foremost, the sooner that He may bring you a man of Yahweh Shemi Shai.
Yeah, if not, just wait for that.
God, and if not, just wait for it. All right, because Yahweh Shemi Shai will give it unto you. All right, if you be of His elect number. All right, once again, as there is a hierarchy in the men of Yahweh Shemi Shai, ordained by Yahweh Shemi Shai, such there is in the women of Yahweh Shemi Shai as well. All right, Lord willing, this was an edifying lesson. We want to give all honor and glory and praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, to all the Akim out there teaching and preaching this truth with 144% sincerity, to the men, women, and children listen learning, the Bayesh Dabadat, the house of David. The next time we say Shalom, Wad Abba Kwam Yasharala. Shalom.